the passerby does not understand what it is, and it also sort of minimizes the anti-colonial struggle that Dr. King himself was involved in his own right. It's important for us to understand that Dr. King was involved in an anti-colonial struggle. And he said as such. In 1957, Dr. King attended the independence ceremonies in Ghana. He came back and clearly defined the civil rights movement within the struggle against colonialism, even as we understand the civil rights movement as what Chairman calls a struggle for democracy from above. We can recognize that what Dr. King wanted was full freedom for African people, and that freedom is not yet, of course, been bestowed upon African people. And the vanguard of that struggle for the freedom of African people, the African People's Socialist Party, for the last year or so, just about, has been under direct attack by the United States government and agencies of the United States government. So it's for this reason that we are holding this meeting with CPI, calling for people to rally behind our demands to drop the charges against the Uhuru 3, underscoring that Juneteenth, not yet Uhuru, African people are not free. Some people like to call it African American Independence Day. Well, African people are not free. So we're calling for people to stand up against these attacks, against chairman, against the movement, and join us at the monument over at Boston Common on Monday. So to talk more about this, I am going to bring up Comrade Noah Shank. Comrade Noah Shank is from the Center for Center for Political Innovation, and he's out of Boston. So I just want to bring Comrade Noah on to talk a little bit about why he felt it was important to organize this with us.
So yeah, thank you, Matsumoto. What really inspired this event in the first place was when they began unveiling this monument. This was around the winter, I believe, and it was the hands. I remember seeing the hands. I remember seeing how ugly that it was, and I remember thinking two things. One, that it shows that the way that our ruling class views African people, they see the hands, right? What does a hand do? A hand is something that acts. It is something that manipulates objects. It is a tool. A hand is a tool that is manipulated by a mind, and they don't show the face in this monument. I feel like they intentionally made it ugly. I mean, if you look at the monuments that have been built in place in Africa in collaboration with People's Korea, look at the monuments in Senegal, look at the monuments in Angola, look at how triumphant and beautiful those monuments are, that they're a real testament to not only the African liberation struggle, but also to the beauty that humanity is capable of creating. And then look at what we have in the common. We have a big piece of shit that looks like horrible things. And two, it called back into mind the hypocrisy of what they are doing to the Uhuru 3. Biden pretends, and the Democrats, they pretend to be these woke saviors of the African people. They gave a holiday that means nothing, while raising police budgets, riding in on a wave of anti-police sentiment. They raise police budgets. They attack the Uhuru 3. They continue to increase hostilities towards African communities. And this is what people are given. It's really disgusting. And that's why I felt that this needed to happen. And picking Juneteenth, which is a genuine holiday that has been co-opted by the Democrats, I think was important.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for that. Because one thing we talk about in the what's called the in our platform, Revolution National